I mean, I was impressed by the first season. I'm sure I'll be impressed by the third season. He is awesome. Um, some of the there's a lot to like, and I think, you know, there were some moments, especially in the last game, where I'm like, this is unstoppable. Like fourth down after fourth down, and you knew he was going to complete. I mean, but the unbelievable arm strength and accuracy downfield is just bonkers to me. Like I can't even like. There's some throws where I'll like, you know, I'll just send them to friends of mine. Like, just look at this. Like, look at this throw. Like I was talking to Tom Telesco a couple weeks ago about something else, and I happened to come across. It was like I'm not going to butcher the route and describe it, but it was an unbelievable throw downfield. And I just sent it to him and be like, just look at this, just like watch this for it, because some throws are ridiculous. And so there's a lot to like, but the sheer ridiculousness of the arm talent is like, it's very cool.
I mean, I think physically you saw the gifts early on that rookie year, and you know, my impression of this season, whether it be from afar or covering games up close, just command of everything that comes with being a franchise quarterback. I do think there's growing pains that come with a new offense and getting with Joe Lombardi and finding what works, what doesn't, and you really saw that as the season progressed. So, I mean, I think beyond the team results, where they would want to be in the postseason, I think you couldn't ask for more out of Herbert in year two.
When he got thrown into that game under very unfortunate circumstances, in his rookie year, and no reps, and played a pretty good opponent, and he looked the part immediately, and that's a really, really hard thing for anyone to do. Then the next game, I'm like, okay, well, let's see it again. Oh no, it's there again, and it hasn't looked big for him at all. And so, yes, he's incredibly athletic and incredible arm, and seems to, have everything you'd want intangibly. But I just think the calm and the cool under fire to me is what sticks out.
I think this guy, I went to the Rose Bowl, so my son goes to Wisconsin, so we were all there. The Badger Mafia was there, and the narrative about Justin Herbert is so amazing that everybody's like, he's not that guy, he's not a fierce leader, he's not a vocal enough guy. And I'm up there in the press box at the Rose Bowl, and I'm watching this guy just carve Wisconsin's heart out. I'm like, oh my God. I watched him play through college, but I'm like, what is this guy is amazing. He's making plays, he's physical, he's athletic, and he's leading from the front. I think he's just got that it. I mean, it's one thing to have arm talent, but he's got that thing that you can't really explain, but you know it when you see it. He's got that. He's a special dude. He's a different dude. When I see guys fall in line behind him and follow him into battle, I mean, I think he is a superstar and a supernova.
I don't think he gets enough credit for not just the arm strength, but the accuracy. A lot of times quarterbacks, they can start throwing the ball hard and then it starts spraying a little bit. But I think his ability to throw the ball with the velocity he does, but still not lose any accuracy is pretty impressive. He doesn't have to. He can make the off-platform throws. He doesn't have to crow hop into anything. As the Giants found out, that he can uncork a 65-yarder like it's no big deal. I think that's been fun to watch. But I think, one of the things that I thought he did a great job of as a rookie was, his first start, it was like he found out 10 minutes before the game. Hey, Tyrod's down, you're in. And it was like, let's go. He never blinked. So we've been talking a lot about Joe Burrow Super Bowl week here and about his coolness, his moxie, his quiet confidence. Justin Herbert has a lot of those same qualities. And as a huddle, as an offense, you can feel it, you can sense it, you can see it, you can hear it in the quarterback's voice. When he steps into the huddle and the game's on the line, as he's calling the play, whether he wants that ball in his hand and whether he's ready to make that play. And time again, he has shown that, look, I don't care if I've got to convert 3/4 downs on a final drive, I can make that throw, I can make that play, give my guys a chance to win.
My first impressions are, wow. I didn't see this coming out of college. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a process for him, but it has been fun to watch him when he was thrown in, to see how he performed early on, and then to see the progress that he made this year to become more of a complete quarterback. I mean, everybody around the Chargers knows the sky's the limit, having this guy as your starter, that you've got a long way to go with him. You're going to have a lot of time with him as your quarterback, and I fully expect him to be here in the Super Bowl at some point in time because of what we've seen in the early part of his career.
Herbert is There's a lot of Josh Allen in him.
Yeah.
Not as physical, not as physically imposing, but a guy who has such a huge arm, but is really, really athletic. I mean, those guys, it's rare that you have both. You know, some guys are slippery and have a good arm, but I mean, Herbert is next level with the array of throws that he can make, plus his athleticism. And last but not least, I haven't even been around the guy, but from the outside, it seems like everybody likes him.
Yeah, see, that's what stands out to me is the
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence and how easy he makes it look. I mean, some of the throws he makes, yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of guys just can't do that. Just to drop back and let it fly, and it's going like 40, 50, 60 yards on a line. Yeah, he's a very talented quarterback. So that's what it is. It's just his confidence and the ease with which he throws the ball.
Well, one, I think he's tough. He's got above average arm talent. I mean, I think him and Josh Allen probably have two of the most talented arms in the league. But I think his leadership, his command, you know, it's interesting when he came out of college, everybody thought he was, wasn't a leader, so to speak, and he's been the perfect leader for the LA Chargers. So I just think that really stands out about him and pretty much lines up every single week. You know, the guy doesn't get hurt either because he's just a big physical quarterback that has above average skills that are just separates him from other guys in the league.
I mean, if there's more growth there, we're in for a record-setting career. But yeah, I think anybody who watched him in year one and you're surprised, because at first they weren't going to play him, and then all of a sudden he gets thrown in action and he's way better than you would have thought, way sooner than you would have thought. So it was reasonable to believe that year two there would have been some struggles, and it really wasn't. You know, the team had some ups and downs, but he was the most consistent performer of them. I think if you walk around this media center, if you ask NFL people, Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, people are pretty convinced those are two superstars for the next 15 to 20 years, and hopefully he's with the Chargers during that time. So the expectations are incredibly high, but he's exceeded any previous expectations in both his first 2 years.
Oh, I think there's a lot of things that stand out. I mean, obviously you're going to talk about his arm strength, right? His ability to throw the ball down the field. I think his toughness is good. You know, at the end of the day, I think he's the kind of prototypical guy you're looking for. I remember the draft he came out in, I had the Bengals taking him one because of that, right? What was he, like I forget what his college degree was in, but it was like chemical engineering or something crazy, like whatever.
Yeah,
like
biology,
yeah, whatever it might have been, right? He's smart, right? So you have that, you have the tools and all those things. And so, you know, a lot of people don't understand when you're in college, you don't get a chance to do football 24/7. You only get the chance to do football, you know, because you have class and other things, the college experience. So it's always good to see guys come from college and then you really see their true potential, their growth. And you're seeing that with Herbert as well.
Well, I think the thing about Justin Herbert that has been so fantastic is he seems to be the same dude the entire time. He'll be in the middle of making a massive play. You'll see celebration and gets on the sideline. And I know you guys try to get him mic'd up all the time and he doesn't necessarily love it, but it seems like he is very consistent. Obviously, new head coach, first year in there. Expectations were high. They were not met. But I feel like what they got cooking over there is beautiful. And if I was Justin Herbert, and I was like 6'5"? 6'6", handsome, long hair, absolute gunslinger. Seems like he has the perfect morals too, from coming from that small town in Oregon, which everybody mocked him for. I think I'd be pretty pumped to get back in there and maybe let everybody know that although the expectations were high last season, we didn't reach it. This year we're going to go on a run, and I'm excited to watch the Herb, I believe is the nickname, even though we were trying to call him Air Bear for a while. We didn't know him well enough to say that. I'm excited to watch Herbo continue to grow, though, especially with Staley under the guy.
If you want to see more content like this, check out the link right here.